Welcome to Abundant Education's Grade 3 to Grade 5 reading class. Today, we will practice several important reading skills. We will learn how to classify words into categories, how to find the main idea of a passage, how to answer multiple-choice reading questions, how to make predictions, and how to use text evidence to support our answers. As we go through the lesson, remember, strong readers do not just look for answers quickly. Strong readers slow down, think carefully, and look back at the text. Please have your pencil ready. When I ask you to pause, stop the video and complete that part before moving on. Pause here if you need time to get ready.
Let's begin with the page called On the Border. The skill we are practicing here is classifying. Classifying means putting things into groups. One way to classify is to look for things that are similar. On this page, there are pictures inside the boxes and words around the border. Your job is to decide which words belong with each picture. For example, if you see a picture of a toolbox, you should look for words that name tools. A saw, screwdriver, wrench, pliers, and hammer all belong in the toolbox category. If you see the picture of a horse, look for words that are similar to horse. You might look for other animals in the same group. For the baseball picture, think about things used in baseball. Which words around the border belong with baseball? For the water picture, think about words related to water, such as bodies of water. Here is a good strategy. Do not start writing right away. First, look at all the pictures. Then read all the words around the border. After that, choose one category at a time. Now look at the second activity, moving in. In this activity, someone is unpacking boxes after moving into a new house. You need to put each item into the correct category, such as medicine chest, linen closet, silverware drawer, pantry, garage shelves, or bookshelf. Think carefully about where each item would usually go in a house. For example, cough syrup probably belongs in the medicine chest. Forks and spoons probably belong in the silverware drawer. Books like novels and encyclopedias probably belong on the bookshelf. When you classify, ask yourself, where does this item belong? What other items is it similar to? Pause the video now and complete both classification activities. When you are finished, continue to the next page.
Now we are going to practice reading short informational passages. For this page, I will read each passage to you first. As I read, do not answer the questions yet. Just listen and try to understand the main idea. Let's begin with the passage on the left about Shaun White. Listen as I read. Shaun White is a famous snowboarder. He has won many contests in his sport. He won a gold medal for snowboarding. This happened in 2006. He won a race in the Olympics. He won another gold medal in 2010. Shaun has been snowboarding for a long time. He also loves to skateboard. He was a skier first, then he decided to switch. Now let's think about what we just read. This passage is mostly about Shaun White. It gives facts about his sport, his medals, and his background. Since the passage is giving information, the tone is not angry or funny. It is mostly informative. Now look at the questions. Do not rush. For question 1, ask yourself, what information did the passage give me, and what question is still not answered? For question 2, choose the title that best matches the whole passage, not just one sentence. For the vocabulary and sound questions, say the words quietly and listen carefully. Pause here and answer questions 1 through 5 for the Shaun White passage.
Now let's move to the passage on the right about snowboarders. Again, listen first. Do not answer yet. Listen as I read. Snowboarders like to take risks and enjoy the thrill of a fun ride on the snow. Many fans of the sport like to snowboard in a half-pipe, which is a U-shaped bowl. Riders can move from one side of the bowl to the other. They jump and do tricks inside the half-pipe. The half-pipe started with skateboarders. Now, snowboarders enjoy it. It takes a lot of practice to do some snowboarding tricks, but it sure is lots of fun. Now, let's think about this passage. The first sentence tells us that snowboarders enjoy excitement and risk. The passage also explains what a half-pipe is and how snowboarders use it. For question 1, pay close attention to the first sentence. First sentences often introduce the main idea. For the chapter title question, choose the title that fits most of the passage. For the synonym question, remember that a synonym is a word with a similar meaning. For the last question, think about what kind of book or text would be most similar to this passage. Pause here and answer the questions for the snowboarders passage.
Now we will practice reading a passage and writing short answers. This time, I will read the passage first. As I read, listen for two things: how milk snakes and black snakes are alike and how they are different. Listen as I read. Milk snakes and black snakes make homes by wetlands and on hills. Both snakes lay eggs under rocks and logs. Milk snakes and black snakes hunt little animals and other snakes. They eat bugs as well. Milk snakes are tan and red. Milk snakes go out at night. In the day, milk snakes nap under rocks and logs. Black snakes are black. Black snakes go out in the day. Black snakes bask in the sun on rocks. If a milk snake gets mad, it can make a bad smell to make others run away. If a black snake gets mad, it will bite. Now let's go back and think. The first paragraph tells us how the two snakes are alike. They live in similar places, lay eggs in similar places, and eat some of the same kinds of animals. The second paragraph tells us how they are different. Look for color words and time of day words. Milk snakes and black snakes do not look the same, and they are active at different times. The third paragraph tells us how they act when they are mad. Now answer the three questions in complete sentences. For example, instead of writing only wetlands, you should write, they both make homes by wetlands and on hills. Pause here and answer the questions about milk snakes and black snakes. Now let's read the story on the right side. A gift for mom. This passage helps us practice making predictions. A prediction is a smart guess about what will happen, based on clues from the title and the story. First, listen as I read the whole story. Do not answer yet. Listen as I read. Dot and Jim want to buy Mom a red hat. Dad said it will cost $12. Dot and Jim saved $6.50. We must make money, said Dot. We can sell cupcakes we make. Jim just gazed at Dot. I cannot bake, Jim said. You can still help me, Dot decided. They sold a lot of cupcakes and had $12 to buy the red hat. Mom was glad. Now, let's think about the title, A Gift for Mom. Before reading, we could predict that the story will be about children trying to get something for their mother. As we read, we found clues. Dot and Jim want to buy a red hat, but they do not have enough money. Then, Dot says they can sell cupcakes. That clue helps us predict that they will try to earn money. When the question asks you to underline a clue, underline a sentence that helped you make your prediction. Do not underline the whole story. When the question asks you to draw a box around the sentence that confirms your prediction, look near the end of the story. Find the sentence that proves whether your prediction was correct. Pause here and answer the questions for A Gift for Mom.
Now we will read a longer informational passage called Seeds on the Move. This is the main reading passage for today. First, I will read the passage aloud. While I read, put your pencil down and just listen. Try to understand the main idea. After that, we will talk about the passage and then answer the questions. Listen as I read. Some seeds can travel far away from the plant where they began. This movement is important because young plants need space, sunlight, water, and nutrients. If every seed fell directly under the parent plant, the seedlings would compete with one another. Many of them would not survive. Seeds travel in several different ways. Light seeds, such as dandelion seeds, can float on the wind. Other seeds have hooks or sticky parts that attach to animal fur or people's clothing. Some fruits are eaten by birds or animals. Later, the seeds may be dropped in a new place. Coconut seeds can even travel by water because their outer shells help them float. Scientists call this movement seed dispersal. Dispersal helps plants spread to new areas and reduces competition near the parent plant. However, traveling does not guarantee success. A seed still needs the right conditions to grow. If it lands on dry pavement, it may never sprout. If it lands in moist soil with sunlight, it has a much better chance. In this way, seed dispersal is like the first step of a long journey.
The seed must travel, land, and then wait for the right moment to begin growing.
Now let's look at the questions. For question 6, think about why seed dispersal matters. Look back at paragraph 1 and paragraph 3. For question 7, find one way seeds can travel. The passage gives several examples. For question 8, the word compete means that the seedlings are trying to get the same things they need to live. Use the sentence around the word to help you. For question 9, remember the difference between a fact and an opinion. A fact can be proven. An opinion tells what someone thinks or feels. For question 10, put the events in order. Think about what happens first, next, and last. For questions 11, 12, and 13, write complete sentence answers. Use information from the passage. For example, if a seed lands on dry pavement, what will probably happen? Look back at the 3rd paragraph. The passage tells us that it may never sprout because it does not have the right conditions. For the final short response, compare 2 different ways seeds travel. You could compare wind and water or animals and wind. Pause here and answer questions 6 through 13. Then complete the bonus vocabulary sentence at the bottom.
This final page is the selected answer key. Do not use the answer key before you try the questions yourself. The answer key is for checking and learning. When you check the classification activities, notice how the words are grouped by similarity. Tools go together, horse-related words go together, baseball words go together, water words go together. For the moving in activity, notice that the categories are based on where things belong in a house. Medicine items go in the medicine chest, blankets and sheets go in the linen closet, forks, knives, and spoons go in the silverware drawer, food items go in the pantry, garage items go on the garage shelves, books and reference materials go on the bookshelf. When you check the reading questions, do not just mark right or wrong. Ask yourself, why is this answer correct? For the Shaun White and Snowboarders passages, many questions test main idea, title, vocabulary, tone, and word meaning. These are skills you will see again and again in reading tests. For the short response questions, compare your answer to the sample answer. Your wording does not have to be exactly the same, but your answer should include the same main idea. For the seed dispersal passage, make sure your answers are supported by the passage. Good readers can always point to the part of the text that helped them answer. Today, you practiced classifying, finding main ideas, making predictions, comparing information, using context clues, sequencing events, and writing short responses with evidence. Great work today. Before you finish, choose one question you missed and explain why the correct answer makes sense. Pause here and make corrections to your work.